Yo, real ones know. Welcome back. So, Jeff Metcalf, he showed his real true colors. Recently, he went on a racist rant, um, showing what we suspected him to be already. And some people already knew about him. And he had some racist rants even a year ago that I didn't even know about on TikTok. So this is probably why they get put the gag order on him because they knew what type of person he was. I've heard he's a Charlie Kirk lover. So we already know what those type of people are. So we're gonna take a look at this video. First, I think first what I'm gonna do is play the video or the audio from a year ago with him on his racist rant where he had some choice words for someone, called him the N word on TikTok. Okay, so here's the video and the audio of Jeff Metcalf, and it's only a couple of seconds, but take a listen.
The real. Do you have a question or comment, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a racist ass prick.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
Yeah, you heard that for yourself, just me. You heard that for yourself.
Yeah, so let me go back again, because that was a weird little. He put those words together pretty weird.
Why don't you go to fucking just somewhere where you belong?
The real. Do you have a question or comment, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a racist ass prick.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
Yeah, you heard that for yourself, just me. You heard that for yourself.
So that was actually posted a year ago. So people don't change overnight, and people's kids tend to learn from their parents, whether they want to or not. So with these twins having this superiority complex where they felt like they can go remove someone, especially a black kid, out of a tent, it seems like they got that honest. Now let's go to this recent rant that he just had. So he did almost 3 hour interview, 2.5 hour interview, and he had some choice words.
And all you people, I'm telling you up front right now, just a warning. Karma's a bitch. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I don't have to come after you. It's going to take care of itself. People are going to see you for who you really are now. And if we want to talk individuals, we can, because I couldn't speak about this in court. But I can speak freely now because the gag order is lifted. Tiffany Billions, Wackadoo, McAdoo, whatever her last name is, I'm not going to throw insults at you because I'm not going to lower myself to your level. But you're despicable. Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son.
Now he's attacking the family of Karmelo, the parents of Karmelo, calling them cowards. Now, what's the reason for attacking these people at this moment? The case is over with. You have no reason to attack them. They haven't spoken about you. They haven't said anything. The only thing that they spoke about was being threatened, death threats, people doxing them, all the white supremacist rhetoric that was going on online, because we would have never knew about this case if it hadn't been for the white supremacists, which hit the people that he follows, politicizing this thing. He didn't speak out against them. He wasn't going against them, telling them, hey, stop it, stop it, stop it. And then he cries about he had death threats and this and that and the third. But you condone, and these are people that you actually follow that were doing the doxing of the Anthony family. Now you're attacking them. They haven't said anything about you at all. And seems to be you're well known in that town to be a suspected white supremacist. So people kind of knew what type of time you on. This is why you got the treatment that you got. We never seen this before when it came to these types of situations, but we saw it with you because people knew your get down, and allegedly your kids get down.
Sentencing or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Now, him and his wife both had separate GoFundMe's. Jeff Metcalf and his ex-wife, excuse me, they had separate GoFundMe's. The Carmelo Anthony family had one. So they're grifters because they raise money to help with their case, and them getting doxxed and this whole thing becoming politicized. We would have never known about it if, once again, the white supremacists didn't take to social media. It's mainly Twitter, the white supremacist hub, the new white supremacist website, X, excuse me, and politicize this thing and make this a big deal. So no, they aren't grifters. You are, sir.
You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS for sure I'm checking on those other 3 that you still have.
And I predict that he'll probably be at the White House. They'll probably have him at the White House for 4th of July or something. I predict it.
You never once.
Well, maybe not, because he just went on this racist rant. So he probably messed up that opportunity. But if he hadn't done this racist rant and they saw what time he was on and he kept quiet, he had some self-control, he probably for sure be at the White House. He probably would have been at the UFC 250.
Admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further.
And the thing is this, when these white supremacists were going at this family nonstop, he didn't say a word. He wasn't going and doing a press conference and saying, hey, white supremacists, stop attacking these people. We're both going through a hard time. Let's not politicize this. He didn't do that. You waited till they had their press conference, and then you wanted to show up. And people don't know, people knew who you were, and people obviously knew what type of time you on. And the thing is, there were things that were coming out from their side that were racist, and they were attacking his family. So no, they didn't want to pray with you and see you. They didn't want any of that.
You hire a convicted baby shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate, minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister bullshit? How about minister fuck you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water.
And they always run to the Christian thing. Sir, if you're a Christian, you give Christianity a bad name. This is what these white supremacists, they always run to, hey, I'm a Christian. Listen, man, that's the biggest scam in the book. There's all these white supremacists, they run to, I'm a Christian. I'm a American Christian. American Christian values. American Christian values are white supremacist rhetoric and values.
And I don't turn it to wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them?
And he's saying the display of, I'm guessing he's still talking about the Anthony family. These people haven't said anything We heard them speak one time at that press conference about being doxxed and people threatening them and their other kids. That's the only time we heard them speak. We haven't heard them speak anymore.
You teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both.
Now, this is the thing with the white supremacists. They throw rocks and hide their hand. This thing, we wouldn't have known about this if it wasn't for the white supremacists on X. Once again, we would have never known about this case if it wasn't for the white supremacists on X. They made it about race and they politicized it. He's not talking about them though. He's calling black people racist. The reverse racism thing. This is what they do. They gaslight and then they play victim. Your son did bad. You're not taking accountability for your son touching someone. They're never in the wrong. Now, when we see these self-defense cases all over the country with whatever excuse, the black person always did the wrong thing. Well, he shouldn't have ran. Well, he looked awkward. Or he was yelling loud. He scared people. He said something that made people feel like he was about to do something to him. Your kid actually went over and accosted Karmelo, rushed him, grabbed him, knocked him back. And the force from him rushing Karmelo made that knife get lodged in his heart. And you're blaming everyone else. But that's a direct reflection of the father, sir. That's a direct reflection of you. Look at you. You're unhinged. Obviously, your kid's going to be unhinged. And they don't have any self-control. And they go touching people that tell them not to touch them because they have a white supremacist superiority complex. They think that they can make black people, especially a smaller black guy who's outnumbered, they could forcefully move him. That's what they think. And Karmelo, who's epileptic, he's a 130-pound kid. He had to defend himself. He could have died.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry.
Now here we go. Here we go. Black fatigue is real. I'm sorry. Black fatigue is real. I'm sorry. This is how you know this is the real white supremacist, not him calling the lady the N-word. With these white supremacist talking points, I want people to pay attention to this, what he's about to say, and he's going to let you see who he really is and why his kid felt like he can go put his hands on Karmelo Anthony.
You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong. We got a lot of people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do. We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men created equal.
And obviously not, because we can't claim self-defense like you guys can. You guys could say a person was yelling on the train, so you had to put them in an illegal chokehold, and you could say self-defense. You guys could go across state lines as a 17-year-old with an illegal gun and shoot people and claim self-defense. You can follow someone, a kid walking, mind his business, call the cops, and the cops tell you don't approach this kid. You could approach him, start a fight with him, start losing the fight, claim that you were blacking out, and use your gun on the guy because you claim he was beating you up. So you had to shoot him and kill him because you fear for your life. We can't do that. An officer, Muhammad Noir, had a lady walk up on him at night and he didn't see her coming. He feared for his life. He shot her. He got put in prison. He can't claim self-defense. We can't be legal gun owners, get stopped by the police, and the police ask us, do we have a weapon in the car? And we say, yes, sir, I have a weapon, and get shot. And this is the problem. And this is what we're fighting about. This is what we're talking about. And look at the rhetoric that we hear from this person. We can go to a store as a kid, get chased for 130 yards for stealing a water that wasn't stolen, get shot in the back, and the person that did it could claim self-defense after shooting a person in the back. That's one thing we learn off the bat when you're doing training with firearms. That you don't shoot a person in the back because you can get attempted murder or murder because the person is fleeing away. You don't shoot a person in the back. This is the first thing you learn. One of the first things you learn in training. So, but we don't have that law, and that training is null and void when it comes to a black person being shot and a non-black person doing the shooting. So with this equal rights and we could do all the same thing, that's cap. It's nonsense. And this is a white supremacist.
The First Amendment protects free speech. I'm for it. Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety. Perfect example, Charlie Kirk, a man who I looked up to. You know why? Because he could fight with words.
And once again, there he goes. Brings up Charlie Kirk. When you hear a person talking about they admire Charlie Kirk, he was a grifter. He was a liar. He did nothing but spew anti-black rhetoric and fake stats. And he would skew them and he would go debate kids. And this is a person you admire.
And logic. He didn't need fists, guns, or knives. No. He sat down and talked with you. How do you solve any situation when there's a problem? Communication. Charlie was an expert. That's one person I admit I would not want to debate. He was a walking chat GPT. But he held.
Charlie Kirk was a liar. Charlie Kirk would nitpick and cherry pick stats and keep saying them over and over and over and debate children. He wasn't this world-class debater. You got to stop it. He wasn't this intellectual. You got to stop it.
Strong on his faith. He never wavered. He was.
And there he goes with this faith. Faith in what? Faith in what? He had zero Christian values. Just like you.
Convictions were solid. He was a good man. Taken too soon also. Some people called him racist. Some people call me racist. Does it make me racist? No.
See, the thing is, when some people call you racist because you do racist stuff. When people are calling you racist because you're doing racist things, sir. It's not because you're just speaking freely and they just disagree with you. You're racist. You like racist people. You admire racist people.
Situation. When I was a kid, we were the last generation that didn't have social media. We didn't have cell phones. And we didn't have internet. We actually had to talk to people, conversate. We actually wanted to go outside, not stay inside and play games. Our internet, that was this thing called a Britica encyclopedia set that you had your homework out of. Or you go down to the
Britannica. Britannica. You probably never ever read one. He said Britannica. This guy's a bozo, man. Let me find the other joint.
I've been disrespected by so many people, so many times. Well, I've had to sit here and take it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, Brody? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's gonna have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. And normally I don't normally attack people like this, but I have been cooped up and caged up in this anger, and this is something I'm trying to work on. I need to develop it and funnel it into a more constructive way. But tonight is the one time I'm going to allow myself. It's okay. Tonight I'm going to allow myself to say what I really want to say, because most of the time I don't say what I want to say because it's not correct. Just because you think something doesn't mean you believe it. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make it a fact either. Because all you believed, Karmelo was innocent. Newsflash, guilty, prison. You were wrong. Admit it. But no, what do you do now? Oh, there was no black jurors. You know why? Because you can't be unbiased, you dumb shits. If you answer the question, I can't send a black man to jail because he's black, you're not getting on the jury. You're so unintelligent, you can't even fill out a form correctly.
Listen to this. Now, he said, just because you think something doesn't mean you believe it. I mean, listen to that. Listen to how ridiculous that is. If you think it, why are you thinking something that you don't believe? That doesn't make any sense. But beside that point, he said there were no black jurors, and he claims they couldn't fill out the form. Now, there were people that were said that got struck because they said some stuff, but there were 3 black jurors that got struck because they claimed they were educators. So he's being disingenuous. Why did they strike 3 educators? Speak to that, sir.
You don't even know who your fucking daddy is, because 78% of you.
Yeah, here we go. You hear the white supremacist talking point? You don't know who your daddy is. Listen.
Even fill out a form correctly. You don't even know who your fucking daddy is, because 78% of you don't have your father in the home anymore. You got baby mamas running around with 8 kids so they can get EBT cards to feed you all.
And listen, the old white supremacist trope, old white supremacist talking point. When more white people are on EBT and welfare and all of these things than black people, it's more white single mothers than it is black single mothers. And he made his wife a single mother. Is he forgetting that?
You think I'm being racist? No, I'm being real. Because they ain't only black people. White people do the same shit. I'll call them out just as hard as I'll call you out. Anybody who doesn't work, who wants free government handouts, who wants to live in a socialistic society, move to fucking Russia.
But this is what we're talking about. This is why people had these issues with this particular case once it was made known to everybody. This is why people were saying, hey, let's see what's going on with this. And then people got word that this guy is a white supremacist. And he's showing it. He just showed it. And any black man, I've heard some black men that were defending it and saying, well, he tried to, piece it up with the family or go speak with them and make peace with them because he didn't want it to be about race, and black people made it about race. Guys are poorly informed. because black people around the country didn't even know about this case. And we didn't know about the situation until, once again, I'm going to keep saying it, the white supremacists made this an issue all over X. Say his name. They were tweeting him. All of the white supremacist accounts were tweeting it, retweeting it. Elon Musk may have even retweeted it. They made this a thing because they thought this was just open and shut. And they thought we weren't going to say, hey, what happened? And then we found out, hey, this was a self-defense thing. This kid got accosted. So that's why black people are saying, hey, what's going on with this? Let's see what's going on. Let's check this out. And they get mad now. Well, you shouldn't have politicized it. It may have been open and shut. You may have gotten them not to you may have gotten him not to plead, not to go take it to trial. He may have pled to something without you guys always trying to politicize something. And they always talking about people playing the victim. The white supremacists are the biggest victims ever. They're always crying about something. The white men can't do this and white men can't do that. We're victimized and we're this and we're that. Man, stop it. They're the biggest whiners and crybabies in the history of the world. The biggest predators ever. And they don't take no accountability for anything. So with that being said, that's the end of the video. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Hit that hype button for your boy. Real ones know. We out.
Now we way up, count it up to the day up. Real ones never change up. We just stack it, get our weight up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Real ones know again where we